start with the main air system. So down here we have the main air inlet, and we have the components here, which are the FRL. That means filter, regulator, lubricator. And so on your main regulator here, a good place to start is at 50 psi. And so your air routing runs up here to your main switch. And so down is off, up is on. And from the switch it runs over to a manifold which distributes the air to the different components and the different systems on the loom. Up in this area we have the on-off handle for the brakes, and over here we have the Dobby lift cylinder and the Dobby advanced cylinder right there. So for adjustments, you want the Dobby advanced cylinder to finish its stroke at the same time the Dobby lift cylinder finishes its stroke. And that gives you your proper advancing on your harness selection here. You're adjusting the speed of your Dobby lift cylinder and your advancing cylinder over here. Best place to start is your Dobby lift cylinder. And when you adjust these flow controls, good thing to keep in mind as you're adjusting the exhausting air. So as the air leaves the cylinder, that's what these flow controls are for here. To change the speed of the lifting and the lowering of the harnesses, you would turn the flow control, which is here, there's two of them, one up here and one down here, and the knobs here, you would turn it counterclockwise in order to allow more air to flow in there, and the harnesses will go faster, and clockwise to slow it down. So that restricts the amount of airflow. And this bottom one on this lift cylinder will adjust the speed of the lifting of the harnesses, and this upper one here would adjust the speed of the lowering of the harnesses. So when the cylinder comes to the end of its stroke and the harnesses are finishing their travel, what you want to have is a good smooth stop on the end of travel. Moving too fast will cause a lot of inertia in the harness, and so when it comes to a sudden stop, you're going to be jerking your cables. It'll be hard on the wear of the cylinder. It will decrease the life of the cylinder to make it move too fast and stop suddenly every time it's used. And that's true for the advancing cylinder also. But what's most important about the advancing cylinder is you want this cylinder to finish out the movement of this mechanism at the same time your slide plate inside of there is finishing its movement. You can see that right there they finished at the same time. Here, this one finished a little sooner than that did. So I'm going to slow that down just slightly. Oh, a little bit too much, so I'll back it off. And that looks better. Maybe a little more.